So you know when you guys are hungry and you go into the fridge and you rip it open and you try and find something good that you're really interested in eating, but of course, from time to time, there is nothing in there and nothing particular that you really want. So you close the fridge and you're like, okay, fine, there's nothing in there. We'll wait about another 5-10 minutes, see if we're still hungry, then we can reevaluate our decisions. So you go off, walking around and prattling for the day, doing whatever inside of your humble abode, and then you come back to the fridge thinking, let's just crack it open again. So you turn around and you open the doors again, and then you realize that nothing has changed. It's the exact same thing, and then you think, well, maybe next time if I open it, there's a chicken inside, and there's still nothing. I've been trying now for the last week to see if there's anything different, so I've been repeatedly opening and closing it, thinking there might be a little glitch in the system where I'm able to crack it open and find something good. Unfortunately, my efforts have found me nothing. My astounding research on my fridge has found that there is nothing in there yet. But maybe this time, hold on, I'll check. I have never felt more disappointed. Now look, guys, I know I wasn't actually expecting any new food there, but you don't know. A man can dream for another Pringles can appearing. I don't know why in the fridge, but you never know. And there is always a written thought in our minds that comes in there saying, maybe if I just close it one more time, if I just do that again, maybe I'll get the extra leftovers that I got from last night. Just one more time. I just really need that extra chicken. I just really need it in there. Just one more. Just one more try. Hold on. Let me do it again. And then it just doesn't work. But of course, even though I know there's nothing different and I know there hasn't been any changes into it, I'm still thinking that there's maybe some hope at the end of this tunnel, that maybe there's a way I can open the fridge at the exact right time and magically there's another thing in there that I really am looking for. But look, guys, here's the thing. As much as I'd like for there to appear a new set of food or a new packet, what do I have in my fridge? Let's find out. Oh my gosh. There isn't really anything. And don't get me wrong, guys, as much as I really want there to be a nice little chocolate cake inside, or hell, maybe even a brownie, which would be pretty cool, I still find that there's nothing really else different in there. It seems to be about the same thing, and I think at the end of the day, really when I'm looking in there and curating through and combing through and rating the place, it's not really because I'm primarily hungry. It's, sometimes I'm not even hungry, but I'm purely just bored because, I'll just be sitting down thinking, what works best with this most critical video? Oh, of course. This lovely brownie would work fantastic. Let me just go look for it real quick. And it's still not there. And sometimes that is the best way to watch YouTube or any kind of TV program, is with some food. Hell, I'm not even hungry for it, but I want it. I want it badly. And, here's the same thing. We look at food differently after a while. We look at it with like a new silver lining, a new way to appreciate it. I'll open it and then I'll think, there's nothing really good. Those carrots in there aren't really looking that good. But then 10 minutes later, I'm looking at those carrots a little bit differently. I'm thinking, yeah, I think I want a carrot now. I'm looking to chew it like a reindeer does or something. For me, it kind of goes in a 3-tier system. A nah, a maybe, and then a yeah. Your nah starts as this. You're looking at the fridge, you're praising around, you're going, the carrots, they're just not doing it for me. They're not doing it well. They're not it. I'm gonna go away now and I'm gonna come back later and we're gonna reevaluate the situation. Then I come back to it and I'm like, it's about a maybe now. I think it's a maybe. I don't know, it's a good maybe, but we'll still think about it. And then there's the reaffirming yes, the I would like the carrot. It would be pleasing to the appetite if I had it. Well, look at this carrot. It's a great carrot. I really think I want that carrot. I'm gonna take it now for myself, really. We're not gonna give it to anyone else. This is ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, there sometimes is plenty of food in the fridge, but nothing feels, tantalized. Nothing's like, yes, this is good, this is something I'm really interested in. You might have your basic stuff, some of your meats, some of, your vegetables, maybe a few other random assortments of items, some condiments that are in there. Things that are consumable, things that you can eat, but nothing's really there to quench it. Nothing's really there to say, yes, this is absolutely something I'm into. This is like, I want this thing in particular. And, we keep changing, we keep opening, because maybe our opinions will slightly change a little bit, that we'll keep reopening it and keep thinking of something new and something different that we might like with it. And then next thing you know, there's the exact same fridge, but then we look at something differently and I'm like, oh yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly what I need to quench it for now, to surpass the time. This is exactly it. When I crack open the fridge, I think of it more as a loot box scenario, I'll be cracking open the fridge thinking, hoping for something good. Come on. I'm just over there like tapping like an addict, like, come on, give it to me, like, big win now, big win. Crack it open. And it's about the same thing. You're expecting results that just aren't really going to appear until you wake up the next morning and then magically there's more stuff in there. Or, you buy yourself and then you get yourself. And then you hope there's something the next morning. But, as it is with any fridge, you're cracking open hoping for the big win, hoping something really nice in there, like a dessert leftover from the night before, or some leftover food that you really enjoy that's just been sitting there for a while now. Bust out a whole like a ham and just start chewing on it because, it looks delicious. So basically, your fridge is like a gambling system, except for there's no chance of you actually winning it. You've actually got to go out and purchase the winnings. But, you can think of it like that. That's the way I kind of think of it. Don't look at me like that. So, if you've ever opened the fridge 3 times in the last 20 minutes, let me reassure you, you're not alone. Even though that you knew there was nothing in there and you just wanted to see if there was going to be a difference. We feel your struggles. I understand. I'm with the people on this. Maybe one day there'll be a illustrious cake in there for us to devour that we were never expecting, and suddenly it appears. But until that day comes, you best believe I'm still checking 20 times a day, every day. Still looking. Okay, bye.